Hey sweet crafty friends, it's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. Let's make over this cute little chick that came from Dollar Tree. The first thing that we're going to do is going to cover it with some fabric, adhering it down with that Mod Podge. Make sure you spread a liberal coat of Mod Podge over your entire piece. Then lay your fabric down, smooth it out, get all the wrinkles out. I like to use a little heat gun, heat tool, or blow dryer to kind of set that glue just a little bit before I use my easy press. Now you guys, you can use an iron, travel iron, a mini easy press, whatever you'd like to make this process work. Just make sure that your iron doesn't have the steam turned on. All right, then we're going to take a sanding block and we're going to sand the edges right off of this. Now, especially when this is just freshly done, you want to make sure that you go in a downward motion to get that off, okay? If you rub enough, you're going to get that little piece to break off just like that. You're going to rub all the way around and take it off completely. You want to make sure that you don't go in a side-to-side motion, especially after it's just been set, because you will pull it off. I just used some scissors to get in there between the feet because it was very small. Space for my block. Now we're using a little gator tool and going around right on top of the fabric at the edge to give it that frayed look. Take off the scissor marks. Make it so that it's, worn and vintage looking. Look how cute that looks, you guys. Isn't that adorable? All right, now I have a little piece of tan colored homespun fabric that we're going to glue on and make a pocket. Look how cute that is, you guys. Okay, now I'm thinking that we're just going to put a little bit of Sweet Annie in there. Plucking some pieces off and making a little bunch. You guys, once I get it to be the size I like to put a piece of twine on the bottom and tie it all together. We're going to stick it in the pocket. Isn't that so cute, you guys? All right, now I have a half of a wood plank that came from Dollar Tree. We're going to stand this up on this plank. We're going to use those little tumbling tower blocks to stand this up. You guys, I'm laughing because Kevin just threw Roxy's toy into the water dish. And there's a dripping carrot. I am so sorry. I can't help it. I just have some tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree that were standing up behind our chick to hold him up on our wood plank. So the first thing I did was put some glue on the bottom of that Jenga block to find out where it needs to go. Stuck them on, and now we'll put the glue on the Jenga blocks and attach our little chick to that. All right, then we're going to go ahead and add some Spanish moss to the front. Fluff it up, get all that little wood covered up. Now, off camera, I went ahead and added some moss to the back of that, you guys. I didn't like the way that looked in the back there, so I did cover the back with some moss. But look how cute that is. Added a little nest with some bird eggs. I found those eggs at Hobby Lobby, and then those little cute little moss covered bunnies also came from the Dollar Tree. Now we're just going to add a little lace around his neck, give him a little bow. Finish him off there. Look at how cute, you guys. Now, those eggs and that ribbon are pretty stark for our cute little primitive chick. So I'm going to use some Distressing Ink by Ranger, Tim Holtz Ranger. And this one is the color of Ground Espresso. And I'm just using my little blending tool, putting it right over the top of the eggs. We'll put a little bit on top of the lace as well. Look how cute that is, friends. Off camera, added some wax around the edges, some buttons, and our little printables, farm fresh peeps that I printed on the computer. Thanks so much for watching, friends.